Hello everybody, welcome to my live stream. Today we're gonna be finishing some figure drawings I did yesterday. So I'm gonna be working on some of these illustrations for a little bit. I decided to do this because it has been a while and why not spend some time with you guys? What do you think about that? So, hopefully, you guys can see what I'm doing. No issues. Hola, hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están? Bienvenidos. Bienvenidos todos. Bienvenidos. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo están ustedes? Hello, hello. Yeah, I just wanted to sketch a little bit, draw a little bit, finish some of these drawings I did yesterday during a figure drawing, live drawing yesterday, and I wanted to spend some time here. I was gonna do this on my own, but you know, I like to do this and then being able to chat with you guys, talk about life, talk about things, yeah, I thought it was like a good time. Also, it's a good to warm up, and I don't know if I'm doing a warm up, but for sure I'm moving my hand. I want to keep it going because yesterday I did these drawings. I've been drawing other things too, and I'm wanting to work on more Halloween theme illustrations, and I've been getting back to drawing, trying to get back to it. I think I'm back, but again, when we're doing illustrations and doing artwork and all of these things, there are definitely different levels of brain engagement. At least to me, when doing this is more like relaxing and finishing. I don't thinking too much in my head about how things should look like. It's more like it's like a coloring book. Yeah, yesterday was a nice day. Went to draw in downtown LA. This is a figure drawing that they have in this. It's a group called LA or Los Angeles Gallery Girls. They have been doing figure drawings for many years, and they are really well known in LA. And yeah, they work they have a lot of figure drawings going on in different parts of LA, of California, I would say, even in Portland, I believe. And yeah, it's been a long time since I went to one of these ones that they do at these bars. Well, the bar is fun. It's good to check that at the bar. I feel like usually bars, the lighting is very dim, and it's kind of hard to see what you're drawing. So I had a little bit of trouble, or I got like a little bit tired because of that drawing, and drawing doing like using like a low light, so that kind of tires me, and it's not the best way of drawing with like very dim light. It really fucks your eyes, at least mine. ¿Cuáles son personajes que voy a dibujar? Voy a dibujar este personaje. En realidad es una modelo y lo convertí en personaje. So this is not an existing character, but with figure drawings, when I go to these places, especially when they have costumes, and this one was a bunny costume, I really like to put a little bit of story, a little bit of character into my drawings when I'm doing figure drawing. I think that's the part I really enjoy the most, having some storytelling instead of drawing the model as she is. Being able to have a style, I would say, or a simplified style or a way of drawing helps me. I don't know if it helps overall to other people to have more, in this case, more of an anime character. I draw the anime character, I see the model, and then I try to change. Can I zoom in? I don't think I can zoom. This is just zoom, which is great. That looks good. Just right there. And yeah, I do enjoy that kind of freedom of creating the character. I think that there's other people too there that they do the same, something similar, and then they create characters, and to me that's a very fun part of doing figure drawing. ¿Planeas venir a Brasil? I don't know, man. Brazil is kind of far. Brasil está un poco lejos. A little bit far. I don't know if somebody invite me and help me with the tickets and all that for a show. It'll be nice. Unfortunately, I don't have like a plan right now. I'm sure there's a nice community over there. Yeah, I'm back. One of the things I was saying, it was to do a live stream, more live streams, and I have to fight with myself to actually sit down and do the live stream. Because I think the issue to do for me, like live streams, is to commit to sit down for 3 hours or whatever like long the live stream is. I like to get up. I try not to stay too long sitting down. Back issues and stuff like that can happen, and it's uncomfortable. It's not good to be sitting down for that long anyways. And so I have to think, do I want to commit? And do this? And yeah, sometimes I'm like, I don't feel like, especially if I haven't done any warm up, like in terms of body, then I will probably say, maybe no. It's like I need to do some exercise. So today I walk around, do my exercise, and then I was like, okay, I feel like I did my exercise and it's going good. I like to do this with my finger because it's a way to flat the values a little bit. Kind of smooths everything, gives a little bit of like a very subtle shadow. What next is the next board. I mean next board. This is my drawing board that I take to some of the figure drawings. You're back. Video fans in 2018. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a fan for a long time. Sorry if my camera is like, I'm in this little corner here, in this corner of the live stream. Hope it's fine. And yeah, it's just like Poison Ivy. Oh yeah, I did a Poison Ivy a long time ago. Somebody say gonna go to Mexico. I went, was it like last year? I think it was last year. Damn, I don't remember. Yeah, but I think it was last year that I went to La Mole. And that was great. I had a lot of fun. If I'm gonna go again to Mexico, I don't know. I would have to get invited to go. Let's see. Ciudad de Mexico, we have to go. Good evening. Skateboard. Is the next board? The next skateboard. Well, the next board. I have one of the. This is the only copy I have. This is the only copy I have of my deck. I sold all of these on my website. This is my personal little copy of skate decks. Planning to do something similar to this buy for Halloween. Trying to figure out. I've been sketching though. So I've been sketching. I wanna get some ideas. Suppose something that will like connect everything, and then we'll be like, okay, this is the piece for Halloween. But meanwhile, I'm doing these drawings to warm up. To get used to draw shit, you know, draw. Yeah. I just wanted to say thank you so much for your content. You're seriously helping with my figure drawing. Well, thank you so much. I know I'm kind of slow. You know, there are many days and weeks, sometimes months that I don't stream or anything. But, you know, try to help. And you can see these videos. The people who like watch these videos, they will get some knowledge. I do teach stuff. Those decks were like $80. $80. They're limited. And they are not anymore. They're gone. The Yuri, I think I have only one left. That is my copy. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make more decks. I'm gonna do some more mouse pads though. Yeah. Oh my god, he took many tries to draw like that. It is Dama-chan. Dama-chan is my assistant, my friend, and she's like, it took many tries, yeah, because, yeah, she always like put me in the spot because she went with me to the figure drawing, and I usually get these like down during the minutes that we have to draw. But like I say, I have a way of thinking of having a certain like face design. I have drawn so many anime faces or like faces in general that I can do that, and I can create a little bit of a connection with a little bit of expression. And I like about figure drawings that like this is that I can make the character look to one side, look off camera. Not something that I can do a lot in regular illustrations, especially Street Fighter or characters that are like in an illustration. You want the character to look at the person who is looking at the picture most of the time, unless it's something that is like a situation like this. So that's my chance to do something more like in this aspect, you know. It's like a little game. Hey, have this pose, what can you do with this? And it's just practice, man. We do it for a long time. Yeah, it's $80. I don't want to make them like. I mean, they are not like super cheap, but I think 80 is good because I want my fans to get my shit. I don't want to make it difficult. Are you planning on releasing a complete art book soon? Yeah, dude. I want to make that. I want to make that. I want to make that book. I need somebody to help me do that stuff, man. Like, I don't. I have made books in the past, but definitely would like to have. I don't know, like I don't say like a graphic designer, but somebody who assembled the book and takes care of like the editorial and the graphic design of that, because that takes a lot of time. And deciding where I'm gonna put the images and like have somebody like who knows how to, has done book publishing to help me do that, because it's a lot of work for one person. It's a lot, and then drawing, it's a lot of things. Okay, but I do want to have like the art of REIQ, the book, the art book. That'd be kind of nice to have like a hardcover version of all of the artworks that I have done. I think I don't have that. I have little books that I have done, but nothing like solid, like I would like to do. And that would be something nice to have. I don't think that's available. Espero que te encuentres bien. ¿Alguna vez has pensado en hacer una figura 3D con algunos de tus dibujos? Sí, pensé hacer una figura en 3D, pero los costos y las ganancias es un proyecto más de vanidad que de ganancia. Definitely deal if you're able to. I've seen 3 Judy Watson for sale on eBay. Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, these resellers are a virus. And how you doing? I'm doing awesome. I'm doing great. I was like drawing yesterday too, and I was doing some other sketches from other things. Some of these are like photo references, and I warm up with those. These are from my imagination. This was from a photo reference. Very muscular, buff women, and then things were like a idol or something like that. And let me see. I'm doing pretty good today. Yesterday I did a lot of work, like workout and stuff like that. Today I'm feeling good. Yesterday, I think yesterday was the day to draw, like a lot, because I was like feeling in the zone. And when those days come, you better take advantage of that. Vender mis sketchbook en formato digital. No pienso. I don't think I wanna like sell my digital. No, my sketches as a digital. You get the book, and you are the one of the few that get the book. Like digital. Like, I want people to collect the art books, and people have done it. That's why you don't see any sketchbooks of mine on eBay. It's just, like digital. Everybody starts sharing that shit, and then it's like, what's the point? But I do have a lot of. If you go to Patreon, I have so many sketches you can download them. Resellers are a problem. The only way to snake for resellers, people don't buy. Okay. I know how you feel and stuff 5 years ago. I'm a little bit confused. Okay. There you go. Crazy hypo. Quitting art for now. I realize I'm bad at self-learning, and it sucks knowing I can learn from what I love yet. Need to get financially stable before diving back into it. Probably mean after 10 years. Yeah, that's true. Like drawing, first it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of like a lot of work. So for sure, I know. I think it's a good idea to be stable in terms of money. Obviously, times are way different from my time, but I did basically something really similar, which was to get a job and then get some savings and work. And while I was working, I was doing my drawings, and fortunately, a lot of things like fall into place, and I got a lot of commissions. But the transition was not the easiest too, and the expenses and the money and all that is a big factor. Especially I was lucky to get commissions back then, talking about 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, all of those years. My sticker can go in car windows. Oh yeah, you can go and put it in the windows. Put it in the window. Put it in the window. Put it in the car. Any update on the when this mat will be restocked? I actually got I got a message from the Desmat producer or the company, and they asked me, when are you gonna pay me, motherfucker? And I said, yeah, I need to pay. It's just like every time I have to put a big order, I'm like, is this like too many copies of these? But I have to get used to the idea, like, things takes time to sell. Because the ones that I did for Evo, they went away in 3 days. 3 days, those mats were gone. Also, Anime Expo. Between Anime Expo and Evo, shit went away. Let me see. Do you draw giant monsters, since Godzilla is a big thing right now and he's doing shit for crossovers? Jesus Christ. I could do some Godzilla. It's fine. I like to do monsters and shit. I think I would like to make a new. I probably would make a new book. I know reprinting sounds like good. Sounds like the best idea because I don't have to do any work. But maybe the reprinting all of them together will be a good idea. Yeah, that's the part. I'm gonna put something on social media. Like anybody who does like books, and who wants to like do the designs of editor. That's probably the name of the person I'm looking for. An editor that could assist me to design my sketchbooks. That will help me, because between projects and things, and I work hard. I was telling my friend, like, I work hard, but I'm also lazy. And yeah, shouldn't be that lazy for these kind of things. But yeah, I have more bunnies here. Yeah, the Desmats, they float. That Judy Desmat, it's amazing how many of those I have sold. Like, I did it once, and then reprinted, and then reprinted again, and then reprinted. It's a best seller for sure. So I'm reprinting the Street Fighter. I'm gonna make a new one. One Piece. I'm making a One Piece Desmat. Well, it's already made. I just need to send it to print. I don't know where she's sitting, but maybe like a ottoman or something like that. Could be like a cake, like a cartoon cake. Could be like a with some like things on top of that. No. Things on top of that. Yeah, my English skills goes down the drain when I'm drawing. I'm like, so I thank you so much for dealing with my way of speaking. When you draw, your brain has to work multiple tasks. Some people are really good. Okay. I have some sketchbooks. Maybe I'll do a eBay auction. For me, it helps to do simple drawings once in a while without stressing about learning or making it perfect. Just enjoy the process. Easier than said than done. Yeah, that's the theme. Like, draw for fun. But the thing is just like, you gotta keep learning. You gotta keep learning. Gotta keep making things like 3D. Make things like have volume. Learn how to shade. If you do like little drills, those goes a long way. If you keep doing little drills about, for example, like color painting, do some paintings with some colors, something simple. Sometimes I do I haven't done it in a while, but do a composition studies. So you see some illustrations that you like, and then you try to break down the composition. That's a way to study. That's already essential, because I think people focus too much on the figure, on the model, or this, but composition, there are things that you can study that you don't need to actually draw. You don't need to draw to practice. It's just observing. If you observe, you go to when you walk, and you are looking at things a little bit longer than usual. If you think about, that shape is nice. Why is it nice? What do you think about certain things that you look at in everyday life, right? Maybe it's a car that you see and say, wow, that car looks cool. But just take a little bit of time to appreciate what you're looking at, or think about when you see something, you're walking and then you look at an object, car, whatever it could be, and then there's a nice sunset light hitting the dog, and then you look at it, but try to put your brain in an artistic way, thinking, oh, look at the light, oh, look at the shadow, you have to observe those things, and then remember them when you're gonna paint. So you don't need to actively be painting all the time or looking at things. If you look at something for a while, you'll have more information. Like you can draw them too, but meanwhile you're doing your everyday life, just look at things. I look at people, I look at things, I observe, break down things that you might look at and then gloss over. I have some plants here, and sometimes I forget about them, but when you look at the plants and you take time, it's like, oh man, look at the highlights, and the light coming from the bottom is hitting the bottom of the base, and the reflections of the light. That's kind of cool. And look at the construction of little things, the thing is connected with this and that, so this is the shape of a chain, and then there's a hook with the chain, and then you look at those things and but you observe as that is reflecting, not reflecting too much. Look at this texture of this object, is interesting. So those things are piling up in your brain, right? And then when you draw, you bring them back, and if you also on top of that do a little bit of little study of it, break down something, and then you look at it and you do a little note, and then you're gonna have more knowledge along the way. So not all the time it's about being drawing things. So you gotta look at things, going to museums, looking at compositions, doing thumbnails. Thumbnail is probably the fastest way to practice and learn, because you can do a little study of something really quick and then small, but you pay attention to what you're looking at. It's not that fact that I did my little note, because I could be like writing some text and then, oh yeah, I wrote the text, but if you're not like actively thinking about it, it ain't gonna work. That shit ain't gonna work. So when I see the model and I see what her face looks like, I mean, you see this drawing looks pretty good, but when I did the drawing, I know how I can build this, but then the head, when you look at the model, maybe, I mean, you could easily you could draw the head a little bit higher, and then the neck's gonna be longer. But when I do the model, I did the drawing of the model, I observe like, okay, maybe I noticed the ear was like going this way, but more like a flat way. And I was like, no, it needs to have something. You need to design that. You can take something that has a shape and then improve it a little bit. So I saw that and I improved, and I said, okay, some good overlapping, because I saw that there was a little bit overlapping when I saw the model. I was like, okay, this is cool. It's already at the front. If I was gonna draw this on my own, I'm probably gonna just draw the face and then draw the ears like this, because it's like the way to do it. But that overlapping is pretty good. So when you look at things like that, and that's why I try to sometimes look at this, it's like this overlapping of this ear here is a good observation. Like now I look at it, because obviously when you put one and then you put one ear and then you put the other one, you know, there's a relationship between both. So if you do this kind of have to mirror this somehow. And when you do that, just make sure that it has a nice overlapping, and design that. Like I designed that and I put it there. Same with the hair, overlapping, right? And maybe the neck could be better in terms of overlapping shapes, but I definitely look at the model, stop a little bit, and I make sure that the head was in a good spot in terms of like in relationship between the shoulders and the head. Something that happens is that this area here, at least to me, my brain, how it works, is that most of the things get really compressed. So, and when you draw the head and you put a neck, and you put the ears, then you see the shape of the neck a little bit longer. But if something more natural were to happen, when you tilt your head, the space, there's a lot of overlapping, and this negative space is reduced. So you can even go further and push this a little bit like closer, so it feels more of the tilt. Yeah, of course, dude. And these are just observations that, you know, because I do these drawings, and definitely having a model really pushes. Because if I was going to draw this on my own, it will be a little bit harder for me to, like, you know, I know some people will, like, are really good at doing that. But, you know, all of this overlapping here of the arm and the distance where that feet should be. She had, like, high heels. So she has some shoes. But I decided to do the feet because time. I can draw the feet. Actually, I did the toes when we were like starting the stream, and I know how to draw feet, you know. And then that was like an easy way to do the flow of the foot here, the feet. With the high heel, I will have to think more about where it will go. So the feet, this feet is from my imagination that I attach, and the hand is from my imagination with a carrot. She didn't have a carrot, by the way. She didn't have a carrot, and she had like high heels. So that's when you use your construction from your head, your skills of being able to draw things from imagination, how to draw a hand holding something. When you have done a lot of those drawings and you know how to do it, then you can like Frankenstein and put the hand in there. Try to solve that, and I'm sure this could be pushed more like forward to the camera, but this is what I could do at the moment, and it works and it's fine. It does what it needs to do. Same with this feed here, right? You see that I did the feed and it was kind of like way too big here, so I had to erase, make it a little bit smaller. Still pretty big compared to the rest of the drawing, but this is a piece of paper, so the closer, you know, and sometimes it gets like bigger at the bottom, then you have to like actually like I look at it. I was like drawing at this angle too, so that also affects to the construction. So so yeah, like yeah, construction is fine. I mean, you need to do that. You need to know how to construct something, especially hands, torso, find the tilt. Like when I did this, I have to imagine the rib cage. I think the line's still here. Yeah, there's some lines that I did in the because she's like laying back a little bit. So that's another thing to capture. But yeah, construction, because when you need to do these things, you have to construct. Like in my head, I have to do that. So yeah, like the feet and all that. I was like, okay, in this drawing, I'm gonna have her like with the feet like that. It'll be fine. Maybe too big of a feet, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, you know, I could be like, oh man, I did the feet too big. If it's too big and it looks like out of proportion, like a lot, yeah. But if it's just a little bit bigger, then it's like that's maybe like an artistic choice, right? There's a lot of different styles that play with that. So you can excuse it as like, oh well, this is just my choice for this drawing, right? I'm glad your anatomy videos help me to, yeah. I would like to be able to do more of those like anatomy videos. There's so much shit to like practice, and it can be overwhelming. So that was one drawing. I think this was the last one that we did. It was the last one? Yeah. Then we had we know the other two are here. Yeah, these are the last two. Really have fun with this. She's like smacking something. I don't know what it was. Right? But yeah. So this pose, if you look at the model, if I had the photos, I don't have it. The model was this feet was like resting in somewhere, and this was like straight to the floor, resting, and she was like putting the hands, supporting the hands like this. So I'm like, man, this could be like fun. I could make a funny face, and then obviously this is like you save time because you're not like copying the face. She didn't have a face like that. She was just like my little expression or something. But then when I do it, when I do the drawings, I do a little bit of construction and then think about the face. Oh, she's like comes with the idea. Okay, she's smacking something. I didn't resolve what it is, right? Could be a piece of vegetables, could be like a big carrot. Now that I think about it, it could have been like a big carrot. But at the moment I was, okay, this is the main idea. Maybe she's smacking a piñata. And then the other one, I did this It's a shame I cannot like put it like all the way in. Yeah. And for this one, she had a pose like this, but I'm like, oh, what if she has like some of those schoolgirl socks from the 90s, and then these are the shoes that she had for real, and then yeah, she was not looking to the side. I made those decisions. No, she's looking at the side, very simple expression, and then later I was like, okay, she looks with this part of the costume, these tails for the costume, it looks like a wings of a bug. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make some cockroaches, bugs, whatever you want, something flying there, and they're in love. They're in love with her because she's like a cockroach bunny girl, you know. So that was my idea, and I like a lot when I do my faces and I do the expression, just a few lines, tuk tuk tick tick tick, ping 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 ping, and it works. Sometimes I go back and I start like, oh, I'm gonna add more eyelashes, or I'm gonna start adding these things. You might end up changing the vibe from the sketch, and sometimes, like for example, this one, I think that's fine. I don't want to touch it. I like it. Same with this one. Maybe I don't need to like be cleaning everything too much. It has the vibe, something loose, and I even left the legs. These are the legs that I constructed, and then on top of that I put the socks. I didn't erase the legs. I could. Let's see. I know you guys were writing some stuff here. What are you going to comment? Cool shit. I'm just creative when it comes to coming up cool shit, but I'm very bad at drawing. That's why I commission people most of the time. Yeah, I mean, you can learn how to sketch. That would be pretty cool. You don't need to like make an art piece. If you're an artist, if you have many ideas, just learn how to do those sketches. Just like a sketch. Don't learn how to like draw simple things, and then when you get an idea, I want to make like a simple drawing, like a cartoon drawing, so that way you can put your ideas out, and then you can commission them, and then you can have like a really cool art piece that is closer to how you saw it in your brain, because you can sketch. Doesn't have to be a finished piece, but sketching is a good skill to have, even if you don't complete them like as a piece of art, but you can put your ideas out, right? Break is spot on. For example, if someone has a good grasp of anatomy and they simply use 3D anatomy programs by looking at most layers, etc., you can learn so much by just clicking around. Yeah, you learn a lot. You learn, and you'll see some shapes, and then they stick with you. Yeah, sometimes commission is good and makes us ideas. I don't autopilot drawing. Okay. Thanks for sharing your thought. Yeah, of course. Yeah, when one draw from a live model, there is depth versus drawing from 2D photo you have. Yeah, you have some depth, but you also can play a little bit. You can see the model getting into the pose, and then from there you can take it off. But you can reach this level of drawing when you get those constructions and you know how to build certain things. And I mean, these have taken years to do this. Took some classes about it. Pretty, I'm so grateful for being able to take those classes that I took many years ago. And it was basically this, drawing from a model, but putting more thought into the storytelling side of it. Even with backgrounds, adding backgrounds, come with a story. Like that class, I'll never forget. It has influenced my drawings because it definitely brings life to what you draw, and just a simple expression, some situation happening. That's for me where the goal is when I'm doing my illustrations and my drawings. Not only like, oh, this is a beautiful drawing. That's good, but pushing it a little bit. Yeah, thank you for like stopping by and watching, by the way. So I really like this one. I'm not gonna be touching it too much. Some drawings are made to stay as a sketch, just like this. And yeah, I don't need to like touch it all the time and making it too complicated. Maybe you can like do some. You can improve the silhouette. So yeah, you try to have fun with the things. It takes some time to, because you are thinking about the model, the pose, whatever. But I have done a lot of drawings, so then once I lock the pose and the body parts, then it's just to put the costume on top of it, then put a little bit of expression, and then later on I can add more things. But first the pose, then the head, maybe a little hint for where the eyes are gonna be looking at, or what is the expression I wanna add for that. It works. Yeah, some random dude. Thank you for like watching the live stream. They're still fine. They give you the basic, which are gonna be more enough when you go there. And yeah, you do your stuff. Yeah. Yeah, these are also like, these are the first poses that she did, I think. Many of the poses are similar, like standing and whatnot. But yep, that was part of the thing. And you know, having the legs like cross or the leg behind. Make sure that the feet, the boots, whatever, is in the right angle. Look how this one goes in front of the other. You know, the knee has to be a little bit here. So I like to observe those things because definitely gives like a different vibe. Crossing those legs, it's not easy. So it looks like natural, like the shape of the muscles. And I love legs, so easy. The easiest things for me to draw are some very sexy, muscular, whatever you want to call it, tone legs, you know. So easy. That's an easy one for me. So I look at those and I put them, so it feels solid. Then the head, something that I was like working a little bit yesterday, is that, you know, the shoulders, right? The shoulders, and I think I can do it here. So the shoulder, you know, it's a circle with anatomy there, but actually the shoulder, we're looking at the model, you know, you have the shoulder, this is the neck, and you have the clavicle, and then you have the shoulder muscle going here, right? And you have the pectoral muscles that are coming from here. But when you move, I don't think you can see me there, but when you move the shoulder forward or like back, or like you move it, like all of these. Dude, this camera. Damn it. Hey. I think so the shoulder. The shoulder, right? You see it like that. there. So this is something that I was like working on it yesterday. You know, you have the muscles, it go from here, what I was drawing, right? In the clavicle. But then, all of these, when you look from the top of the shoulder, when you look above it, all of this is a plane, a flat plane. You can feel it in your own anatomy. Like all of this is like a little bit of like a ring that is flat, like semi-flat. It has an angle. Has that angle like that, right? All of these. So that top, I have to look at the shape from the top. See how it is? All of this. All of that. All of that section of the shoulder. That's what I was thinking about when I saw the model. She was like skinny. Well, not skinny. Thin. Slim, I guess. I don't know. Skinny, I don't think you're skinny. But that's something to think about. Because you see the drawings. Oh, that's the shoulder. That's the shoulder. That's the shoulder. But the top plane, those are the planes that once you get it, once you keep in mind, then it brings an extra layer. And we want the extra layer. There you go. It's fine. It's fine. Right? So yeah. So apart from drawing and other things I'm doing at the figure drawing, I was thinking about that. Sorry. Let me get out of your face. Let me get out of your face. So all of these, I did this line because all of this is a shoulder, so it feels like it's bended forward. So those things I look at the anatomy. Like I wouldn't think about it if I'm drawing. I'll think about it like more of a like circular rounded shape. But definitely there's like that plane there. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's a reminder that, okay, those things are there. So that became my study a little bit. From the next poses, I will think about that plane. Can I see that plane? Can I see that plane still there? Or maybe not. Maybe this one. No, because we're looking from a little bit from below. Right? So yeah, there's always like anatomy or like little things that when I look at the drawings, it's not like, oh, I know how to draw everything. It's just like, oh, dude, that's a nice like observation. So if you guys draw, if you guys like to draw, having those observations, making notes, and even me right now talking to you guys and studying that, I'm remembering that I was thinking about that yesterday. So I'm reinforcing my little study that I did yesterday. Because if I had gone and I didn't do that today, and I didn't sit down here to draw with you, I don't think I will be thinking about that too much. Or I don't think I will be thinking about it. So reinforcing that knowledge of the things that you learn is good, especially after you have the observation. So I remember once, a long time ago, I was doing figure drawings in London, in the UK, and over there, they did. I usually don't like long poses. I know there's stuff to learn from there, but that's more for like painters. People want to paint a portrait. They do those. I like shorter pose, like 3-minute, 5-minute pose. 10-minute pose is also good. You have more time to I'm to myself, like that's my preference. So what I did in that class is that class had 3 poses and it was like 2 hours. So I did that pose and I did once, and I did that second time. I changed, I rotated around the room. I did it again, and then on my way back home, because in the UK you can, well, here you can do it too, but the UK you have more, you can use the bus. You use the bus all the time. So during that time, I was like, oh, I'm gonna sketch that drawing that I just did. From what I remember mentally, what I had. Why do I remember from my drawing? And I try to draw it as close as possible as what I have of what I did. So that was a great way to practice. I still remember the pose in my head, what it was, right, from that moment. And so that thing is better than doing 20,000 drawings of different poses that you look at it and then you do the next one and you look at it and you do the next one and you do the next one, you do the next one. Yeah, there's some learning there, but it's like to reinforce that, because just little things here and there, they start piling up through time. All of those things will like go together, and then little memories will come to you about little things that you were drawing, or how they will look like, or how you draw them back then, and then you use them in the future, and then you grow. So you can draw a lot and don't learn like a lot, or you can draw a certain amount and learn plenty, or repeat it. That's the whole thing. Just repeat that drawing that you did for figure drawing. If it's like a longer drawing, just look at it, take your time, draw it. Don't think, oh, this is like boring. In your case, in my case, sometimes I'm like, I did that, and it's like some poses are like whatever. And sometimes when I see that, it's like, oh man, this pose is like, wow, that's whatever. Like I don't feel like I want to draw that. Then what can I do? What can I change? What do I look in the model that I could do a little study of? And then sometimes I draw the feet, or sometimes I draw the hands, and sometimes I draw a piece of the costume that looks complicated that I was not paying attention. And there's some information there to get. So that will be something to think about. I'm gonna get some water. I'm thirsty, boys. This man is thirsty. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Some water. Okay. Let's see. Let's read some of your comentarios. I always struggle when I try to simplify planes of the pelvic area. Need to do some of those studies because I realize I always make them look kind of flat. Yeah, the pelvis is not an easy shape. I'll tell you that for sure. It's not an easy shape to keep in mind. There are ways of doing it. There are, I think, like landmarks. The landmarks of the waist. Landmarks. Come on, boy. This one is heavy. It's a little bit heavier. Yeah, I can use. Oh my god. We lost the head. So now in this class we're gonna dissect this body. So this section here is a landmark for the pelvis. Right? You think about like underwear. So in these corners, this is essential to learn, because then it will tell you like frontal plane from back plane or side plane, right? All of this is the side of the body. Side of the body, and then you have this landmark. So that one, you know, the landmarks also are also here in the back, but they're like closer together, and that's it. So that shape, this shape, and then this point is so important, like this one. So I will study the shit out of that. Man, these guys are heavy as fuck. Okay. Hola, REIQ. I met you at the 2018 Famicom. I was one of the one who said I graduated high school. I've been watching your two videos back in high school days. Love your artwork. Well, thank you so much for watching from back then. Time passes. Time passes really quick. I'll tell you that. Time goes by really quick. Well, thank you for looking at my art, even in these crazy days of content overload. Yeah, I appreciate it so much. BluePR, hey Ray, speaking of figures, I have a question about gesture. It's not about completing the figure, right? It's mostly about feeling the energy and motion of the pose. Okay, well, what is the question? And you will get faster at doing the more you repeat the process. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I have them anymore. I don't have them handy, but I have a bunch of drawings that I did for gesture. I don't think I have them. Oh, wait. ちょっと待ってください。ちょっとお待ちください。お待ちくださいませ。I have so many drawings. Oh wow. Yeah. Oh, this is maybe a good thing to show you. Yeah, this is from like a long time ago. This is from 2014. 10 years ago, guys. 10 years ago, it feels like not long ago. This was I did a lot of drawings when I was in Europe. I live in Italy. I live in Spain. And I did a lot of drawings. And these are some of the drawings from back then. Yeah, it'll come off. They're figure drawings I used to do. These are like studies from sculptures. I did sculptures. These are from paintings. I did this in front of the actual painting of Manet. So I will look at the painting and I'll do my shape drawing design as a study. Right? This was another painting. I did a little drawing while I was like looking at the painting. Little study of the eye. This was another sculptures. I did those studies there. Many places in Italy. All of these when I was doing my gesture drawings, and this was for sculptures. It was like really complex, so I wanted to like break down. Oh, look at the composition, look at the flow, look at this, look at the lines. So I'll do these gesture drawings to get the rhythm and the placement of shapes. I think it was in New York. I don't know what it is. Probably the small sculptures. I went to these museums and I did so many sculptures. These are like, for example, composition. Where's the pencil, bruh? compositions. I did, like, I look at some paintings and I really like the compositions, and it's like a long painting, long format, like how it was, the balance of like light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, light. So I look at those in a very graphical shape, and those are my studies. Same as these, more sculptures. I'll draw sculptures, but I'll do the gesture of it and get the flow of things. Yeah, all of that. This is from figure drawing in Spain. I remember it was a cold day. I think they were just like random people who would like do modeling. But yeah, even here I was like into drawing, but trying to draw a situation of this dude looking at this and the girl like getting some money out of there. Or I'll draw these people looking at the model. I'll do more compositions, break down compositions from paintings that I like, and I did so many drawings of sculptures in Italy. It was my favorite. It was in Florence. I lived there for like 2 months. So doing the gesture of it and seeing how the curvature, it's like a horse and the torso of a man, and that gesture here and here, that was awesome. So I tried to like think about it. Then I drew it again from another point of view, and then I did it again. This time with more time. Taking my time. So I did my study, and then from there I did more studies of it, and I did a more like finished drawing with more time, lighting, shadow shapes. Maybe it doesn't look exactly as it was, but that's part of the process. More sculptures that I saw in Italy. I mean, who doesn't want to fucking draw this, dude? This is very crazy, right? This is a 2013, 12 years ago. This is the Fontana of Trevi in Italy. I was there. I was drawing those sculptures. So anyway, I did a lot. I remember this one. This one, it was in Venice. And this girl was like, women was like asking for money, and that kind of touched me, and I wanted to draw her. So I drew her. So yeah, like there's some drawings that are not for like anime or whatever, but there's are things that you're traveling, and I was like drawing what I will see there, and I have so many drawings. She was like begging for money here, and trash, the gesture, the money. Those are moments in life that stay there. And then I will draw people as caricatures. I'll see like touristic people, like touristic people, and I'll just make like a quick caricature. Yeah, Lion Decker. I haven't done paintings of Lion Decker. I have seen them. Yeah, that's a good way to study. Some people get really into Lion Decker, and you can obviously see that in their paintings, which is not bad, but yeah, Lion Decker is good. Good shapes, good design, but there are so many other artists. And these are the stuff that I will do when I didn't have enough time and I wanted to study some compositions. Like all of this stuff, man. All of this, I encourage you guys. It doesn't take that long. This stuff doesn't take that long, but you have to think actively of what are you looking at. This is This is very important. So anyway, I even drew buildings. You know, you gotta draw your buildings. I don't remember this building in specific. That was kind of cool. I don't remember. So many drawings. You know, more compositions. Hey, REIQ is. Hey, what's up, Mr. Frog fan? I'm glad I was able to catch one of your streams, seeing all of your studies, which will be really cool. I want your pencil work and perspective. Thank you so much. Sir Frogman is one of the tops patrons on my website. Very engaged in the community, so I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping and supporting and helping with the Discord and all those things. Hey Rocco, how you doing? So yeah, this is I look all of this. I did this. I went to different churches in Italy, and I will look at the paintings and I'll draw Caravaggio, more sculptures in different churches. At least I put the date. I usually don't do that anymore, but that's good to put the dates. Forget about it. Yeah, I think because I was like traveling and I had certain days. I think this was in the Persilla. It's called Persilla, but I think this is in the Sixtine Chapel. Sixtine Chapel. I remember I was drawing the roof of the Sixtine Chapel. Yeah, this kind of stuff is great. Like there are sculptures from like 500, 600 years ago, and it's like a comic book. It's like a fucking comic book composition. It could be like Wolverine and then some magic girl showing, you know. More drawings of sculptures. More drawing of sculptures and some birds. But you see, like shadow shape design there. More sculptures. This was in the Sixtine Chapel. That's for sure. 100%. And I was there and people were looking at me and I was like, yeah, whatever. Gotta draw your shit. El David. 2013, 2013. I did so many drawings. I was like, dude, when you see the art there and you're like, wow, this is so fucking amazing. At least let me draw that. Some horses. Yeah, I done oil painting. This is another sculpture. This shit was like far away. It was in a pillar, in a column, so high. But I was like, I can draw that. Yeah, every day I will go out and draw sculptures around in Italy, dude. It's like a dream. Michelangelo thinking about life. La Pietra in the Vatican City. Noses, guys. Fucking noses. Gotta get your fucking noses down. Do you have any advice on designing shadow shapes to make them more appealing? Yeah, think about big, medium, and small. Big, medium, and small. Medium, small, and big. Medium, big, and small. Small, medium, and big. Yeah, I'll tell you why. But let me finish showing these serious drawings of sculptures. I love this sculpture there in Italy. It was in close to the Pisa Tower, and I took so many pictures of this because she's like laying on top of on books, and there's a bunch of books of in there. It was like it was the coffin of, I think it was like a mathematician. It was the coffin of a mathematician or a scientific guy, and his place was that he had like a sexy girl on top of the books. Like I was like, hell yeah, man! More statues. I finished those on site. I didn't finish them later. This is on the spot, and yeah, I'll just draw that. And the blue pencil, it covers a lot of surface, so that was quick. And I'll take my time. I'll draw them, you know. And that's how I go faster, you know, little by little. Start accumulating. And I draw this again. I draw this horse. I have this. I know I took a photo of the horse, because behind him is it was in front of the pizza tower, and this guy, he looks so tired, man. He looks that horse was like, fuck, I'm just fucking tired of life, and I was like, I'm gonna draw that horse. I'm gonna draw that horse. And also draw little sculptures in the pizza tower. I think this is in one of the sculptures. That's pretty cool. I have photos of me drawing that. More sculptures, more sculptures, more sculptures. I drew the girl again. More sculptures, more sculptures. This is no sculpture. This was a commission. I forgot it was there. Yeah, for shadow shapes, you have to make sure that it describes what you're like painting. I did this. Which one was first? I did this one, and very complex. Very complex, and I didn't like how I did the face, so I put another sheet of paper on top of it, and I corrected it. Layers in Photoshop. I'm gonna answer your questions very soon. I'm just looking at all of these things. Yeah, I have a bunch of drawings there. These are commissions. Commissions from back then. More noses, because I was struggling with noses. I still struggle with noses sometimes. Yeah. Gotta look at these often. Horses. Little horses. Horses. Torches. Touristic people, tired people walking around in the city. Noses. Lips. Noses. More noses. You see, I did those noses. Gotta do your studies. Feet, angle. This is a drawing I did. I did of a base on a girl that was drawing. Oh, this is hentai. Nobody saw that. Dude, from all of the drawings, you get that. Nobody saw that. Anyway, it's time to put the drawings away. Nobody saw that. If you're not paying attention, if you guys were not paying attention, 申し訳ございません。僕は間違えました。僕はね、すみませんでした。ちょっとエロなイラストが出てきましたので、申し訳ございません。僕は、間違えましたので、もう、ここまでにしましょうよ。じゃあこれを隠しましょう。ありがとうございました。ありがとうございました。申し訳ございません。I'll put this away. Anyway, but that's a practice. Where is the clip? Do I have a clip? There it is. So I have all of those drawings here in a little thing. So I hope that helps for people who are asking about how many, like for gesture drawings. I have so many drawings here. I need to sit down and look for those more drawings. Okay, let's see. Let me go back a little bit. Have you tried the painting methods? Yes, I tried those. I would like to do more oil painting, but dude, you need a space and it's messy. I definitely need to do something with the space behind me, and I definitely need like an art space. Like I have this desk, I do my drawings here, I do everything here. I should have a big table, like a nice table here with all my drawing materials, but I don't. Anyway, so like doing some watercolors is nice. I would like to do more of those. I wish I practiced enough to where I don't remember a drawing. Don't worry, man. Time will pass and you will forget. If you do so many, I did so many hentai drawings back in the day that sometimes I see some drawings and I can't remember like why did I do that. I'm willing to trade $50 of my $50 only for my damn. I'm so cheap. My knowledge is cheap. Would you finish those drawings on site or later? I don't think that was on site. I haven't really tried traditional yet, but the thing's a lot harder than digital. Dude, I think is the best thing to do. Like, I don't know, to me, at least, do your drawings in traditional. Digital is fine, but you turn off the computer and the drawing is gone. If you do a little drawing, then you are disconnected from the computer. That's what I like to do, these figure drawings. I don't want to be drawing in the computer, man. Like, I'm telling you. I don't know. I'm telling you, man. Maybe because I'm getting older, but, spending so much time in front of the computer, I'm telling you, I'd rather be somewhere else. And if I can do all my drawings like traditionally, I will do, because I'd rather be somewhere else drawing than being in my computer, even though I'm in front of my computer right now, but I'm not looking at the screen actively. But I do know that digital has a lot of benefits and all of that stuff. But that's just me. That's just my complaints about this. I shouldn't be complaining about it, but definitely having the pencil and be able to go outside, like you saw all the drawings I did for sculptures. If those things were in an iPad, I probably wouldn't be able to check them so fast and see them in front of me and remember things. You just like you're taking a picture, but with your drawing. But it's already printed, right? So how many pictures you take and then you never see them again, right? So at least I have my drawings, some of my drawings there, and I check them and they are there and I can see them. I don't have to like look for them in a folder somewhere. Traditionally also lets you you have to make harder decisions. Where are you gonna place the shadow? Where are you gonna play these things? How can you fix that if you fuck it up? There's like more decisions that are not easy to change. Like, I don't think this is bad because at the end the illustration look good, but I've seen many digital process of other artists, and it's just a constant drawing, redrawing, drawing, redrawing, drawing, redrawing, drawing, redrawing. I was like, fuck, I hate that. I wouldn't want to be drawing the same thing until I want to get it right in the right place. That's just me. Again, that's just me. And it's like, oh man, you did that drawing and you did all of that shit. It's not even showing in the drawing. And you erase it and you did it again and you erase it and you did it again. It's like, oh no, that's the digital. But if you do that traditionally, you really have to like, is this the best way? And you have to commit to something that will make your decision making when drawing sharper. Obviously, because you already have practice of like, well, I know how to draw this, I better not fuck it up. Especially inking. If you're inking, you want to make sure that you're not fucking it up. So it makes you more aware. When I draw sketches for my commissions, I do a light drawing. I do a little bit of a light drawing, and when I know that I have the information I need, I go with ink pen. And that's when I'm like zooming into like, all right, now I'm gonna do this line and this line and this line and this line, and you're like, you have to like commit. You cannot go back, and mistakes will happen. It's not gonna. Sometimes it doesn't work the best way. Like right now, right? I did this, and I shouldn't have been touching that. So sometimes you're gonna have to think about Do I need to be touching this right now? Is it gonna improve it, or I'm just doing marks because I need to feel that is the more lines I put on the drawing, the better it will look. Many times it's not the same way. It's not the other way. Do you have a favorite brand of blue pencils? Yes, I use Prismacolor. I'm not a sponsor, but those motherfucker better sponsor me sometime. Yeah, that's the one. Prismacolor pencil. Yeah, blue indigo. Have a read. Yeah, you should try. What's your favorite? The composition of culture is amazing. I could look at your sketches all day. Thank you. Whoops. Blah 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 blah. Nobody remember that. Based. I love the bunny girls. Thank you. So, do you have any kind of burnout from digital art? Yeah, sometimes I have those burnout. I recently had one from drawing. I didn't draw for like a month, maybe more than a month. I just didn't want to draw anymore, man. I just didn't want to draw for a while, man. For a while, a break, you know. I think like I love drawing and it's fun and everything, but you are inside your head drawing, and that's great. That's you spend time drawing but then you are not. In my case, I feel like that's a lot of time where I was not connecting with people. I was not living certain experiences or things that I could have like experienced or done, or so. I feel like, I can stop drawing for a while and do adventures and go hiking and see nature and enjoy things, and having that is great, because now I'm back and I feel like energized and I'm like, oh, this is cool, like I'm drawing and I'm getting the rhythm, and but I spent like 2 months like I don't want to draw anything. Dude. Or I was like, no, I don't want to get a pencil. I don't care. I don't want to draw. Not today. I just want to do other things. Go hiking. Go on a trip. Be lazy in terms of like, drawing. But now, because I finished all my commissions finally, dude, I'm able to spend time just drawing for pleasure, right? I don't this is not for nobody. This is just for myself. Obviously, this is a luxury of life. I'm telling you. I really enjoyed the Kristen interview with you. Your live stream are also inspiring. Thank you so much. It was a nice interview. I don't know how to read the kanjis, but Suki Imi, and then mind. A mind or a thought with an idea, and it doesn't like the idea. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, sorry. I'm just looking at the kanjis. Yeah, I had a little bit of like I said, like a burnout. I just didn't want to draw. And right now, in this day and age, with all the AI, I'll tell you, kind of, especially when it's for like, if you feel it's like work, like this is fun for me, so I don't mind. But it's just like work that you have to do because it's your work. Spend like so much time, and then the fucking AI in 30 seconds just speed the image, even though it's not that fun. It looks cool, but there's no storytelling. That's like, I want to spend like 13 hours, 20 hours sitting here in this chair? I know it's not the way of thinking, but I mean, I'm human too, so I'm like, do I really want to sit down and do? I don't know. I don't feel like I want to. I'm depressed. I'm going for a hike. But now I'm just drawing, and this is a luxury, and I'm so grateful, dude. I don't take this for granted. that being able to draw and have people who enjoy this and can learn from it, but that I can just draw for myself and enjoy this. And I was like doing all the drawings for Halloween, and that's where I'm like I get some really cool ideas for my personal illustrations, and that's something that I was feeling a little bit burnt out because I've been doing a lot of like Street Fighter artwork and a Street Fighter artwork and a Street Fighter artwork, and it's awesome because I love a Street Fighter, but I just been doing that the whole year. I'm like, okay, I did all of these covers and it's good, but then it's like, wow, the things I really want to enjoy drawing are creatures, monsters, and or something for Halloween, and I need that back. And I need that back, so that's where I'm like, even though I'm being requested to do some artwork again for Street Fighter, it is fun, but some people really like my original drawings that I do, and that's something that I could do more because I have so many original ideas. Like this is one of my decks, right? One of my decks that I did, and this is like a very popular illustration, and this was just so much fun creating it, and it shows and it connected with people because of that, and it connected with people. I had a lot of fun doing them, and I can do way more. Not only once a year, I should be like doing way more because that would be like, well, that would be my style of things. And also like this one, right? Like this girl like riding the deck, like, or like this sticker that I did last year. Oh, this one is naked. Who cares? So that's why I'm like, oh man, another cover, or another Chun-Li, another like character that I have to draw. Is fun, but there's other drawings that are like not being explored because I'm doing this work, which I love, and again, it's a great position, man. And I'm just complaining as an artist, and I know, but this is the things that I think is you do something for a long time, but there's some things sleeping in your head, in your brain. Things are sleeping there, original ideas, things that you could put out that are fun to draw, and they're just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and then time passes and it's like, so many ideas, and not having them out, then it's like, not that happy about that. Digital is good for production sharing, especially budget. Yeah, of course. Not saying no. I usually use my iPad, and I have done so many digital painting. Like the coloring, how I do coloring, like digital, that's how I like it too. Sketching still somehow feels easier paper than digital. Yeah, that's good. Naruhodo, there are no undo buttons. I get that REIQ. Respect. Maybe it's just age difference. That could be, like traditional, digital. A lot of people do digital, and from the very beginning, and that's fine. That's good. But being able to draw on paper, I think it doesn't matter at the end. You just can scan it, and then you can do more digital. But having that as a backup is good. Take some paper, some pen, go away, and draw away. Hard to get on the AI negativity, yeah. Was all the Street Fighter art commissioned? Yeah, a lot of that commissioned. Some of them my own creators. Yeah, Bakita Chan. I miss your personal work, even though I really love anything you draw. Yeah, I have a lot of like ideas and things I wanna like show, and obviously I'm just bitching about it, but that's That's how we do as artists, right? There's always something that needs to move you forward. So this illustration or this idea that I have here, I don't know what to solve here with this arm, but it's like a bunch of ghosts licking. Probably like like leaking everywhere. Little ghost. Anyway, hate to broke and not have any merch of you. Yeah, just get some merch later on. It's all good. As long as you're like supporting here, spending time here with me, that's support. That's a lot of support. Just checking whatever I'm doing means a lot. Means a lot. So I really like this one. I figured out that I haven't done many wolf girls. I do a lot of cat girls because obviously cats, but like a wolf girl. And so I'm like, So I'm thinking about it. I like drawing eyes and drawing like, creepy stuff. So Halloween is my favorite time because I always drawing skulls, shit like that. Where would you sell your art for a beginner such as myself? Where would you sell your art as a beginner? I'll tell you, man, that's the hardest part to solve. If you mean like online or you mean physical, because I will definitely suggest physical. Go somewhere where they can like put your work hanging it somewhere. That'll be good. I'll tell you an anecdote since you are here. If you are still here. I would say like as a beginner, I would say that those are my beginner years, early 2000s. Very like self-taught artist, right? And let me get something for my throat. Oh my. Okay, so the anecdote is that when I was starting to draw, it's not even starting to draw. When I was in my early years of drawing, that I was able to do some drawings or copy other people's drawings. I think it was like 1998. 1998. During that time, some comics came out, and I will draw each page of the comic, and I will draw that comic book, and I will copy each of the panels of the comic books, and I will, for a while, I don't know how long I did this, but I will draw a page this size, and I'll put it on the wall. And in my head, I think I did that every day. I don't know if I did, but I remember I had a big section of my wall of my room filled with drawings that I did based on the comic books that I had. I was not thinking like I want to be a comic book. I just really love the drawings, and I want to draw that cool drawing, and copy those drawings, put it on the wall. Then later I got even bigger pieces of paper, and I will make drawings of superheroes. I did Evangelion. I did some pieces that are a little bit bigger, like with colors, and I colored everything with pencils. And I and then I went to a little kiosk, and in this big malls have sometimes in the middle of the mall have little booth selling small merchandise. Well, there was this booth selling manga and comics, and I asked them if I could sell my drawings there. Like, can I sell these pieces here? I just asked for, like, normal price. I don't remember how much it was, but I thought it was like fair enough. But it was not about the money I would get. It was like being able to put my drawing in the shop and then sell it, to have that experience. So I did that. I think I put like 3 pieces or something, and 3 or 4 pieces, big ones, and I sold them. So that's how I start showing my drawings to people. In my town, I was not thinking bigger, like, oh, I'm gonna be a comic book artist, or the situation that's happening currently in the world right now. And then saying, with that knowledge or with that experience, when I moved to Caracas, the capital, I used to live in Valencia city. That's where I come from, Valencia, Venezuela. So when I moved to Caracas to work as a graphic designer, before that, there was a comic book shop in a very famous, really posh mall that had comic books, that had figurines and things like that. And I did the same. I asked, can I sell my prints here? Can I sell my prints in this shop? And that happened. So that's how I sold that, and start people finding about my work locally. Oh, that's so cool. I want you to draw this. I want you to draw these things. Can you draw that and this and that? And that's how the ball start running. Because I put myself out there, not for only the money, but to exposure. Luckily, here in the United States, we have conventions. So even better, you have conventions, and then you can just sell your work and put it there. We didn't have conventions in Venezuela. I don't know what they're going to do with the arms. Anyway, so we didn't have conventions in Venezuela for comic books or anything like that. At that time, for like you as an artist, have a little booth to sell your work. We had some anime conventions, but that was like later on. I actually made my own anime group in my city, Anime Valencia. I was the founder of the group because I wanted to connect with more people that like anime and manga during that time. And because of that, I opened some space for people who really enjoy the anime and manga materials, and to connect. Now I wish I had that vision, because I didn't know about conventions, to have a little section for artists to sell their work. Now looking back, it's like, well, that would have been a nice thing to have, but I didn't have that idea back then. Oh shit, I'm blocking the view. Fuck. Sorry guys. Oh my god. Let me see. Hi Arrow, where you will? So yeah, like, find a way to sell your work at conventions and shows. Think about local people around yourself. Let the people talk about it, not only online. Some people will see the work, somebody will comment about it, and then you realize you're 40. Well, I'm 40. I was thinking this about thinking about how the world is right now and how even like I mean I'm 40. I don't think I'm like old. Look at this. I'm still looking fresh, boys. um, so that so lucky to be born. I was born in 1983. So 1983. Leave the 80s. Leave the early 80s. Transformers, all that shit. Leave the early 90s. NBA, basketball, all that shit. No internet, and then got the internet, and I was be able to be part of the digital artists of the beginning of the internet as well. So having all of those things are not coming back anytime soon. Those ways of like the internet from the back, like forums and small communities and people connecting, that shit ain't coming back anytime soon. I mean, there is like Discord, but a place where artists will go and the communities are limited or like not that big, that passed. And you feel so happy and lucky to have lived through a time where there was no social media, dude. No social media. And they have to live on through all of this weird shit that is happening. I mean, I'm living through it, but at this age. So, not many people, I mean, there's people who live like obviously the same years, but in my case, I feel like pretty lucky to have lived in a world without internet, and now cannot live without that shit. We're stuck. And with AI, oh my god, at least there was no internet, simple times, you know. So I would say I'm pretty lucky. Sorry for the ranting, guys. Just like talking trash in here. It's like a ghost. Oh, like the other ones that I did. Hey, just got your Street Fighter swimsuit cover yesterday. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for getting my comic book. Do I have a copy here? I don't think I have a copy. Well, it's in my office. Do you miss the old DeviantArt days? Any artwork with Warhammer? No, the thing is like I never got into Warhammer. It was not in my geeky radius. But also the Warhammer drawings are really complicated. Are really intense. The amount of details and shit. But I know there's like a big community. But I was never like introduced to that or have friends that were into Warhammer. I just saw the boxes. The artwork looks pretty dope, but I didn't have enough exposure to that. Do you miss the old DeviantArt? I don't know if I miss the old DeviantArt because I've found so many artists that are now connected to the internet. Before they were so hard to find their artwork and these illustrations. So thanks to like the evolution of the internet and social media, like now I've seen so many artists and stuff that was really hard to look at. So probably I will miss that. If I miss something from DeviantArt was like having like a daily deviation, like the award of having a great artwork and be able to be featured in the main page, which I was a couple of times. Pretty happy about it. And that was such an achievement. So those things, I think we are kind of missing that option of having artwork and being able to vote or have people voting and being selected to be placed in the main page. I think our station still do something like that, but I think it's more like an algorithm than people voting or being engaged in the artwork as before. And DeviantArt was great, but comments and I don't know. I think it was good during that time. It definitely helped me. And so yeah, the thing is that certain things of the functionality of pages and profiles and all of that has improved so much. The interface, UI, user interface, has improved a lot. So all of that is also something that I don't want to miss by going to like an old website, you know. But yeah, I wish like things were like more solid like that. I'm sure there is in certain communities, but you know, I think this dog needs I'll say this bitch needs a bigger ass. There you go. I don't know how many females are here in the audience, but I do definitely have female fans, and they really love this stuff too. So pretty happy about it. Let me see what you guys were saying. I've been fan for so long, since early 2010s. Yeah, it's been a whole fucking journey. And I'm so happy to be able to do the things I do. Relatable on how much time has gone by and seeing the internet change. Yeah, dude, and the internet is just changing for the worst. It just sucks so much. This is not what we wanted to do. That shit should have been frozen somewhere in the 2010s. You know, like 2013, 14, 15. I don't know, like all of these motherfucker corporations they went crazy and profits and social media and maximize revenue and advertisement, and they just like left reality and then they went to their own bubbles of money and profit and investors and shit like that is just go out of control, and now we are here. It's just like it's a shame. It's a shame. All the AI, all that shit that been like pushed out without any regulations. It's just such a fucking mess. It's like polluting a river. Vaya, Cromito. Thank you so much for joining. Apologies for the rants, but yeah, that's how I feel about the AI that it has been like put like on the wild, like no regulations, no way of copywriting things, like no way to defend yourself about all these motherfucker companies that took people's artwork and didn't give any credit or find a way to make it like just for everybody. They just stole everything and then, well, we are here, we just did it, sorry guys, fuck you, you know, like artists and time and all of the things, like no consequence, just like profit. They want to make more money for a bunch of old dudes that are gonna die anytime sooner or later. Bunch of tech bros that have all the money in the world, but it's not enough. They need more shit. Yeah, sorry, but I just like fair shit, man. That's the only thing if you wanna know me, I like keep shit like nice. Be nice to animals. People be free. Do the things they like. If you have money, enjoy the money. Don't hurt other people. Be fairness. Ethics. I draw. I don't cheat. I wanna like make sure that what I do is because I work on it, not because I steal it. Or you're taking from somebody and it's like, oh, it was just there, I just took it. It's a fucking mediocre way of thinking of a bunch of people. That sucks. Okay, let me see what you guys have. Well, think I'm going to bed. Well, thank you so much. Hey, I hear you on the AI thing. I recently go back into social media and it's to say how bad AI crap has been spread all over online. Sorry, late comment. I'm inking while watching your stream. Yeah, dude. Like it's crazy. Like, and it's gonna get even worse. And there's no way to control it. And like I was talking today to my friend Dama. Like how I was just looking at Instagram and then I'm looking at my feed of people people I'm following, artists that I follow because I want to see their shit. I want to see their artwork. I want to see what they're doing. They're my friends. I have people who are like my friends, people I know that have shared like moments together. And one post is from my friends. Two posts is from suggestions. So every post of a friend, there's like two more suggestions, and then what? It's like more suggestions, and then an advertisement, and then some suggestions of some of the suggestions are really cool. But this is not what I want right now. I don't want to see fucking suggestions. I want to see my friends' artwork, post, whatever they did, even if it's not art, whatever they have been doing, and then it's just suggestions. And if you go to you like, oh, search something, it's just so much fucking noise all the time. It's like, look at this, 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 look at this. And then you look at some videos and everything is about people fighting, about whatever is happening. Like, some things are good to know about news, but it's like people fighting, like people getting angry about shit, accidents, like Michael Jackson stealing some fucking shitting with AI, some weird animation, some weird shit that is like noise, people like getting hurt or like sometimes people dying, and it's like, dude, what the fuck is this shit? Like, what the fuck is all of this fucking thing? And then you start getting hooked into this. Like, I fucking hate when it's like, oh, let me see what I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check my phone because I need to tell my friend, and then, dude, why I am on Instagram scrolling, looking at fucking videos all the time. And sometimes I'm walking, it's like, oh, I need to look at my phone because I need to, and then I like looking at videos while I'm doing other, it's like, bro, fucking phone, fucking Instagram, you know? And that drains your time, and they just made it like, yeah, you need to look at these things. You just look at this stuff and be angry. And then you look at the comments, and it's a bunch of bots, and it's a bunch of like weird comments that doesn't align with the thing that you're looking at. And then people get angry, and then your whole day starts like trash. Yeah, and then you see art, and then you see some AI, and you say, oh, these are some cool drawings. And then let me see these cool drawings, and then it's just a page that they do the same drawing all the time, and it's a bunch of AI, and it's like, and the page has like 100,000 followers from some AI anime girls or whatever, and some of the images are really cool, and that's fine. But man, it's like artists that could be doing this, or artists that are doing this, they're not getting the attention. It's just a fucking machine doing the thing, doing the drawing. So I'm thinking like, well, I'm lucky that I have people that follow my work and support me, and you know, people, humans, still like caring about this. But there's a lot of people who don't give a fuck about these things. You know, I saw a bunch of like AI art in different shops in Colorado. In this was the thing that pissed me the most. Was like looking at some souvenirs. I'm like, I want to buy some souvenirs. That happened to me last year. So I went to the shop, and I went to the shop in Colorado, in Moab. The city is called Moab, a very touristic place for adventure, and having a great time. I bought a shirt back then, and I see this artwork, and I enter this shop, and it seems like a shop where in every little section there's a selection of an artist. There's a selection of an artist, and I said, oh, all of these artists are from local. This is awesome. I see one that's really cool. I really enjoy like the mountains and the psychedelic compositions and all of that. and I buy 4 postcards, and I buy like some of the posters, and like, oh, I really like this, and I'm like, oh, I'm supporting this artist. And at the moment that I realize, because I think that, well, I'm in a shop that supports artists, so definitely this belongs to somebody who did this. Well. I start looking for the artist because I want to know who the artist is for this. And no, it's just a page. There's nothing there. And it was AI. I had those prints in my wall. And then I start like looking with more attention because I like how it looks like. It's nice. I see the printing quality was not that good. It's like a little bit blurry. Like, okay. And then, yeah, realize fucking shit was AI. Was AI. All of that. So disappointed, dude. I feel so disappointed when I realized, like, man, I was fooled by these motherfuckers, like these people selling this artwork. And that was last year, and this year was the same. I go to a shop in a small town in Colorado. I'm like, oh, I want something from this shop, and most of the designs were AI. I'm like, come on, man, dude. So disappointed, man. Because then nobody wants to do any artwork for the shops to promote their town, because fucking AI is doing it. And it's faster and it's easier just to sell some shirts. And I was feeling like good about myself because I'm supporting all the artists because I like to do that. And then I was not supporting nobody. Probably that shop that did that shit, but so disappointed. I felt like scam. That's what I felt like, scam. And this year was even worse. Like, see some shops with the artwork with some stars, and I was like, oh man, this is like a fucking AI mirror image. I was like, okay, alright, I'm not buying these, but just disappointed. Somebody will buy them. Okay. People these days can't separate fiction from reality, and that's coming like right now, dude. I was talking to my friend like right now. Like, we are here drawing and shit, but this is a pivotal moment. I'm just an artist, but I'm not dumb. This is a pivotal moment where we are getting fucked in the ass by these companies, because now you cannot believe anything. You know, you will see videos of things that you will like, oh, that's amazing, and it's fake, doesn't exist. Or some things that look really real, and you want to believe, oh, that's so cool that happened, and I know it was fake. Oh, this person is oh no, it was fake. And then people will get into trouble because there's a lot of bad motherfuckers out there, a lot of bad people, and they're gonna start making some weird videos of other people doing some crimes, or and then things are gonna get out of control. People will believe those videos, especially people who doesn't have like a lot of education, and especially don't have any art training or something to understand that things don't look that real. It looks real to me. And then it's gonna be a fucking mess, dude. Especially because it's gonna look so real. I mean, no, it's looking so real. And it's fun. Oh yeah, look at these dead people like talking, or look at Michael Jackson doing these things, and I'm, I don't know, feels I don't know, it feels like somebody dig the body of the artists, of the people who die. They dig the body, and then they're like puppeteering with them in now to entertain themselves, you know. And like older videos where actually things happen, now there's gonna be like, oh, this is not real. Like, what it was real? I cannot believe anything now. Disinformation, chaos, all of these motherfucking people controlling the big machine. Anyway, I didn't think I was gonna talk about this stuff, but these things are real, and I think these things have to be discussed. I mean, I'm not against AI personally, not for like artworks, generative art. I hate that shit, but AI that can actually solve, cure disease and shit like that, I'm all for that stuff. Things that actually can improve humanity, I'm down for that shit. But I don't know if Michael Jackson stealing a piece of chicken is gonna actually improve the world, apart from getting some people like, oh, that's so much fun. And it is fun, it's entertaining, but I mean, I'd rather be entertained by some people creating something, a comedian coming up with a nice joke and say, oh man, that was clever. I like to hear you like to hear my rants. Yeah, I don't know. It's just disappointed. You know what's disappointed? Like, people, we don't have like a lot of control on all these things. We do have the control, but I don't think people will want to do that, and it's gonna be late. It's like, don't buy these things, don't interact with this stuff, don't be part of that thing, like they did with Disney, right? People unsubscribe of this Disney Plus because of the Jimmy Kimmel stuff that happened. Yeah, we have the power with the money. It's very few people that have it, you know. So don't buy that shit. Don't buy the things that help things run the machine. But unfortunately, things are like really integrated, and now social media sucks, especially for people who wants to be an artist and post their work and all of that. First, you're competing with all the emerging artists. Second, you have to do a lot of videos. I don't do a lot of videos because I don't want to make videos. I want to draw this shit, you know. I don't want to make videos of like, well guys, welcome to how to, you know. I like to do those. I would like to do those, but I don't want that to be the only way I can reach people, you know. Like I don't know, doing videos of things is like, I don't know. Like, I want to create. I want people to look at the thing and enjoy it. But then now you have to do so much stuff. Like, it was before a lot of stuff, and then you see AI doing that shit in 15 minutes, and it's like, anyways, too much rant. Hey REIQ, have you seen any AI artists at con? Yeah, that's a good thing so far, that many conventions, when they found artists that are not real or they're selling AI, because I've seen some. 3 years ago, I saw the first AI art in a convention in Comic Con, New York, San Diego Comic Con. I actually spotted it, and I didn't report it, but I told all the artists, like, dude, this artist here, she could draw, but suddenly she have two pieces that were like, bro, this is not even your style, and the coloring looks amazing. Your other piece, your real work, doesn't match. And it was reported, and that's a safe space. I think they should be kept that way. You want to go to a convention, you cannot sell your original, your AI bullshit, you know. It's only fair, right? In the real world, get out of here. In a convention. But, you know, I don't know how long that will last. They just call it generative ML AI so that it gets confused. Yeah. What scares me is we don't know how many will be amazing, that were amazing. Yeah, you know, how many artists will be like, you know what, man, what I'm gonna draw these things and spend this time, and I need to work, I need to make some money, and I want to draw, but this shit takes time, and fucking AI can do it really fast. I will be discouraged. I'll tell you, I'll be fucking, and I was discouraged for a while. I'm like, man, do I really want to like sit down and draw? But of course, I have support. I have people following me and supporting my work, and that means a lot. So I'm like, dude, you have something going on already. So, like, shut the fuck up and go back to your drawings and do your shit, and that's it. But for people who don't have that, that's hard, man. That's hard. Like many people will be like, no, I don't wanna. I'll be so discouraged to even try it, unless it's for like a hobby. Yeah, we have the power, but most people don't give a damn. I try to give a damn if I can. If I need to buy something a little bit more expensive that is not from Amazon, and sometimes I use Amazon. I'm sorry, I have done it before, but if I could find something in Amazon, I try to find the brand and go through their to their website and try to get it from there. Sometimes really hard. But yeah, like Amazon is a big one. Like if people stop buying shit there, the guys are freaking out. So people have the power to buy and not to buy stuff. And that's how people speak with the wallets. You know, people don't go and people get scared. Why do you think all the people canceling their subscription to Disney made? And they were like, oh my god, that shit is the people are like leaving the service. We cannot allow that. Money, the money, we need money. I work for a company that uses AI to help generate 3D models of heart scans based on CT scans. We used to have to QZ it before sending it to the doctors, but it does a great job for detecting disease. You see, that shit is, I'm down for all of that, dude. Especially disease and detecting stuff, and that's the way to use fucking AI. You know, like, dude, use medicine, improve the human race, like find ways to improve things. Oh wow, it's gonna be already like 12. I've been streaming here for a while. Oh, these are the last drawings. Okay guys, these are the last drawings I did for the stream, for the figure drawing. So far I have 2 hours here. So 2 hours and 12 minutes. It wouldn't be so mad at AI images if the models weren't trained on studying artwork. Yeah, man. That's a big one. And DeviantArt is responsible for that shit too. Fuck you, DeviantArt. They gave away all the artwork from the site to AI. They sold all the artist stuff they have on the platform, and then they told you after the fact, they told you, people got angry, upset about it, and then, well, you have the option to get out of that. Yeah, but you already made me give all my shit, bitch. That's why I haven't been back to DeviantArt at all. I don't want to give it like a second to those guys. I know people who work there that quit their job because they did. And now you see DeviantArt is a bunch of AI art. What a fucking lost. Oh yeah, Dumbo, all those things. Yeah, like so pissed about that shit. Well, not pissed, I'm just disappointed. Like, there's not even like, oh, well, guys, gonna let you guys know. They just sold it. It's like, here, have all the information. And fuck all the artists who haven't like putting their work here or whatever livings or whatever. We don't get a care. And then obviously there are some people. If it's in the internet, it's free for everyone to take. Fucking hate that argument. You put it on the internet. It's on the internet. It's over. It belongs to everybody now. Like, yeah, you piece of useless motherfucker. Couldn't do that shit yourself, so it's easy to take it. Anyway, yeah, it's about money, profit. It's like, dude, how much money you want, bitch? How much money you want? Thank you so much. So hail me. Yeah, these are gonna be the last ones because I think it's time to go to sleep. I was gonna draw. I thought I was drawing more Halloween things, but I feel like this is good. This is like going to the gym. This is training and practicing. And tomorrow I'll wake up and I'll sit here and I'm gonna probably go to like a coffee shop and draw. Like I think before. I think no, because of COVID. When COVID happened, for those years that were going on, I was most of the time in my house, like many of you guys were in your houses, and I developed the routine. We'll wake up in the morning, we'll stretch, we'll go for a little walk. After coming for the walk, I will sit down and I will draw. And then I will walk later in the afternoon and I will come back and I will sit down and I will draw more and I'll watch some TV. And that was like over and 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 over. And sometimes when I'm home, sometimes I wake up and like, oh, I'm gonna make my coffee, I'm gonna sit in my seat and I'm gonna start doing shit in the computer. And spend most of the day here and don't go out. And those things affect my mood. After like 2 days, 3 days, before I could spend a lot of time in the house, no issue, but my mood started getting kind of weird because I've been in my house for 1 day, 2 days, and I haven't talked to nobody, and that was just the typical COVID routine. So I think many people, I don't know if it happened to you guys, you will tell me. Do you feel that sometimes your routine goes to that default from COVID era? A little bit. That you're like, I'm doing the same shit because first you were home, you were comfortable, you were in your computer doing your shit. But then sometimes it could just go back to that sometimes unconsciously because you were used to wake up, do your coffee, do here, come back, no place to go, and you stay home as isolated. Oh, thank you so much, empty apart stuff. I like this art base. Yeah, you like this art very much. Thank you so much. The model was good, and she's super nice too. I will share her when I posted this online. Pixie has become an AI shithole as well. Plus, there is a bunch of yeah, dude. Now all the Lolita lovers have all the internet, all the AI to do whatever images they want to make. They don't have to wait for artists to make any artwork of that. And yeah, that's something that, at the beginning I didn't see it that way. Like, oh, like these are like, because, well, probably when I watched hentai when I was like a teenager, the characters were like a little bit older, like, that's what I thought at the time. They were bigger, like, but then start seeing some weird shit. Like, dude, these are like They look like kids. I don't like this. I don't like this stuff. Like Japanese. Like when you go to like dojinshi, like some of the stuff, I'm like, bro, like. I was like, oh, it's just art, but then I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't think that's a good thing. I don't know. So, yeah, but you know, cannot control the internet. But you see it in the shops. I was like, I'm looking for some cool art books and I have to see this shit. I think the best thing we artists can do is to go back to traditional media. Yeah, that's what it is. Those were the discussions I had with my ex back a couple of years ago about that. Gotta do traditional. I'm doing traditional, and not many people do traditional, but it's not impossible. And yeah, sell the pieces, collectors, like get into like a different mode of doing things. MTAP. I think the best thing, okay, yeah, it's like autopilot, and sometimes it just happens. For sure, especially because I'm 22, and yeah, autopilot, and sometimes it's just, yeah, for sure, especially because I'm 22 and COVID started when I was 17. That profoundly, oh fuck, damn, dude, damn, definitely that will affect, especially during those years. Well, at least, well, be aware of those things. Go to therapy. I did a lot of therapy during COVID and after COVID. Therapy, and to improve yourself after all of that stuff, and get out there, and yeah, especially like talking to people again and be all like more social. Like I tend to be quiet, I talk a lot. Sometimes I'm like I talk to people, but sometimes I'm just looking at things and not completely like I could go there and talk to people and have an interactions, but I'm like, I don't think I want to do that, and I don't do it. And so this year, to improve more on that side, that's why I went to Burning Man. I went to some festivals. I went to a festival called Burning Man, and because I wanted to like interact with people, but knowing that people have a good feeling and a good vibe, and it definitely like feel like it pays off. Like I was able to reach the people, have like really nice moments with strangers talking, and that kind of like reignited like my ability to like go to people like, hey, I like that thing that you're doing. Oh, what is that? What are the things that you're like doing here? Oh, good to see you here, man, or whatever. Like have that coming back. Yeah, some of it will be crazy. I still remember when Pixie didn't allow download the images hosted in their website when they care about artists. Wow. Yeah, Pixie. Yeah, that's all. I don't know, man. I really don't know, especially Japanese. Japanese are kind of weird with their AI stuff. I don't see a lot of like AI, like Japanese artists talking about AI. At least I don't know about that. And many they embrace a lot of technology and things like that for sure. But I wonder, I would like to know what they think about AI, especially the older artists, and like I think still Japan has a lot of cryptocurrency stuff. Like they kind of do it right, and they have still do that. It lasted longer. I don't know if they still do the crypto art. What was the name of I forgot the name of the thing. I love your style. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like the way I draw my things. There's It's a mix of anime, but the way I shade things It's just from doing a lot of studies, and there's some artists that influence my pencil drawings. Hiroaki Samura is one of those. Blade of the Immortal NFT. Yes. Do you try other mediums? Yeah, I have tried oil painting, wash, watercolor. I'm doing more markers because they're easy to handle. And I would like to paint more. I think this was Dreaming a Bunnier Tomorrow. By the way, do you know something about Robato? I'm genuinely curious because last thing I saw about him was that he left Insta and he will post only on his site. I have no idea about the whereabouts of the artist known as Robato. Yeah, haven't heard too much. Don't know. Don't follow. Don't pay attention too much to that because I have better things to worry about in the world. Wish the best. Always wish the best. We all make mistakes and we all can come back from where we are. I think we all deserve a chance. Opening a new Twitter account. Yeah, watch. It's pretty fun, dude. You get those colors, and then on top of that, you can do those lines. Yeah, that would be cool to do. ¿Alguna vez has tenido problemas con hacer fan art o vender fan art? Sí, he tenido algunos, no muchos problemas, pero en las convenciones grandes de anime, donde están la gente que publica los cómics, por ejemplo, Anime Expo, algunas ilustraciones no puedo vender allí, como One Piece, Evangelion, no me dejan, así que tengo que traer mi trabajo original. So yeah, depends on the convention. I still remember Pixie. Still negativity. I mean, there's some negativity stuff, but it's okay. I mean, what can you do, dude? Cannot be happy all the time about things. It's good to think about certain things. It's okay. I like this drawing. She's like looking at the horizon, and dreaming about bunnies. I don't know how to draw a bunny though. Like this. Oh yeah, the bunny, of course, the tail. Alright guys, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm probably gonna be ending the stream soon because it's already here 12. I know in other places it's like way too late. I usually don't stay this late drawing, but since I'm live streaming and I'm retouching all of these, this is the last one, so I'm gonna be fast with this. I can go really fast, and then I'll be saying goodbye for the night. And 2 hours and 30 minutes is a decent amount. You can see all my ranting. You can go back and replay the video. And I would appreciate if you leave me a comment on YouTube, or if you see some of my videos in YouTube, you say something, you know. So yeah, I know it's late in other places, so I'm gonna be closing my shop pretty soon. Or I don't know. What do you guys think about my live stream without any music? What do you think about that? You like it? You like my stream without music? I stopped adding music to my live stream because it's too much of a hassle. Think about the music and changing the music and then talking to you guys. And I figure you guys can have your own music in the background. And I talk, so you can play whatever music you want. And you don't have to listen to the music. And if I record a video, my audio it won't have that audio copyright bullshit, right? You think I think I need to attend a live stream with music? Yeah, I used to play jazz and other music, but with all the copyright, and also I don't have to think about it. I don't have to think about, oh, this music good, or like, because I start overthinking stuff. So it's like one thing less in my brain to think about it. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. Hopefully these videos also help. I need to make a drawing course for sure. That'll be kind of nice. Been thinking to have like a figure drawings in my office, or have like a seminar or somewhere like near Pasadena. Just like a like a weekend, a REIQ. Come on, recon the REIQ, and then have like a workshop and bring other artists and just something just to talk about myself all the fucking time. Yeah, because in my office I have a space. Not a lot, but like a private session with my model. That'd be kind of cool. You know? Yeah, sure, like my how to draw sexy bunnies. Right? Like a REIQ. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Now that I think about it, like the perspective of this bike should be like more like a little box. I don't understand. Maybe like whatever. It is what it is. It's too late to correct drawings. Yeah, so many ideas and things I want to do, but not enough time. Also, I did all these high heels on my own. Yay! That's the good thing about having loving legs and loving legs in heels. As a man, I enjoy that. So, as a male, I enjoy legs and enjoy some heels. So, when I need to draw them, I know how to draw them. My friend Dama was saying, you can draw the heels. Oh, yeah, you draw the heels. I'm like, yeah, you gotta draw those heels. And you can design and change the design. REIQ, yeah, REIQ is sponsored by REIQ. Use the little finger. Smooth. Smoothie. I definitely study most of these figures later if you don't mind. Thank you for streaming. REIQ, seeing your work is always so inspiring. Have a good night. Thank you so much. Also have a good night. Thank you for being part of the live stream and spending this time with me. I know it's late for many people, early for other people in Europe or in Japan. So yeah, this is California time, and California time is a little bit off everywhere, but it is what it is. And I usually don't stream this late, but surprise, motherfucker! It's time to stream a little bit. For the relaxing stream. Well, if all my ranting was relaxing, well, I'm glad my relaxing rants relaxed you. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys for being here. I know I'm saying like goodbye, but probably still like a couple of minutes before I finish this drawing. Almost done though. And tomorrow I will scan this and I'm gonna share it to my Patreon. If you guys didn't know, I have a Patreon and I have a lot of drawings, a lot of videos, a lot of things in there. You can support me there. You don't have to. You can buy something from my shop, or you can just watch the live stream or share my work. If you share my work somewhere and you say, hey dude, look at this work, somebody made this, it's not AI, and I like this guy's work, and you share that, that's actually a big help. Hop in. Yeah, and also if you can or want, you can subscribe to my channel. I don't have like a lot of shit there like all the time, but if I do a live stream and maybe you get a notification, if you do the notification part of it, then you will know when I stream or not. I think I'm gonna put something like a dice. A big dice here. Choop, 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 choop. You see, this is where you practice your cubes. So you can draw a dice when you need it. And I don't know what it will be like. Two. Cityscapes. Oh yeah. I have done cityscapes. I have done I've done that. I used to do some concept design artwork from by environments and things like that. I have drawn all of that stuff. I don't do it all the time, but if I were to draw something with a background, I can do that. I've done that before. Yeah, no problemo. No problemo. Okay. Let's see. I'll definitely study most of the field. I also wanted to ask if it has... Okay, here we go again. I also wanted to ask if it has been profitable to travel to cons in LATAM. LATAM? I don't know LATAM. What is LATAM? I know you're very requested in Japan, but about Latin America? Oh, Latin America. Latin America. I went to Mexico. And that's it. Profitable? I don't think any convention in South America is profitable. I went to Ecuador, actually. I did Ecuador one time, 2018. It was not profitable. But it's good. If I had sponsors and people who want to take me over there and do some conventions and stuff, I'll be glad to do it, because I think it's important to encourage community and encourage other artists in Latin America to draw, and definitely I will be down because I already make my money here already. But I would definitely would like to do like a workshop or teaching how to draw people, or I don't know. It's always good to give back to the community and people who want to draw and teach stuff. South America needs more love, more artists teaching. If it wasn't for the situation that is happening in Venezuela, if things were like better overall, I will definitely would like to have a school over there and go for like a couple of months and do my classes and have teachers, and because yeah, man, we need that over there. We need artists to grow, and yeah, art is very important. Oh yeah, talking about conventions, I need to start like applying to Evo and all of those conventions. I need to start doing it. Working on my portfolio for Baltimore Comic Con, and I'm banging my head against the wall drawing cities and architecture. Yeah, drawing cities, it is fun. You just like think about big blocks and then add details. Don't add details and then big blocks. Good night, man of culture. It's 2 a.m. in Chicago. Yeah, time to sleep. Me too. Do you know what is your next convention appearances? Tokyo. I'm going to Tokyo in December. I'm gonna be at Tokyo Comic Con. Tokyo Comic Con へ行きますよ。僕は、11月の26日から12月の16日まで日本にいると思います。I'm gonna be there in Tokyo Comic Con, and I'll be enjoying Japan, man. Enjoying Japan, enjoying delicious food. And I'm gonna start my work, and I'm gonna meet my friends, and it's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna be amazing. I don't know about these hands. She should be like smoking a cigarette. That will make sense why she has the hand like this. I'll fix that hand. The hand, and then the finger, and then the thumb, and then the index finger, and the big finger, and then the other ones are knuckles, and then we got the cigarette. I love to be on your live stream when I have the chance. Yeah, claro que sí. Un saludo, my friend. How do you make your female characters appealing? Okay, that's the last thing I'm gonna be saying. And then I'm out of here. I'm gonna go to my bed. I'm gonna stretch. And I don't know if I should play Street Fighter though, but I will relax and do that. How do I make them appealing? This is about the eyes, you gotta make some cute eyes and maybe some small lips or maybe big lips. You have to see what kind of body types they are. Not just because you have big, everything is good. You can have small at the top and you have a big at the bottom. So that will create a nice shape. You have to look at things. It's not about only how the girl looks appealing. It's just about the acting of the characters. Make them act a little bit. Find reference. These things I have here because it's late. I'm gonna tell you something I found in Japan for very little money. Is this book that I have here. is Nogizaka 47. I don't know what it is. It seems like he is a photographer, and then he gave a camera for like 46 November メンバー、船員が一人一台デジカメを持ってお互いの、オフショットを撮影する企画。So he gave a camera and they carried the camera to take pictures while they were like doing tours or whatever, or models or whatever. And it has an amazing reference. It's because this is like very candid photos of these persons being silly and being like silly doing shit, or like faces like this or like that, things like these, very cute, very stupid things, like things like that, like a lot of these things, like eating donuts and shit like that, brushing their teeth, having interactions. This is a great one, actually. I need to like bookmark. I need to bookmark for like Halloween. Things like these. People like just girls being cute, doing things fun, silly, And this is a whole book of those things. So those are the things like I would like buy in Japan, maybe some good reference, like and recently one way of using this, I don't know if it's gonna show up again. I need to bookmark this stuff to have them on the go, but it's a lot of cute things happening. So I wanted like, I could draw from these so many drawings of characters, or this is kind of cool, right? This is like a cool pose to do, right? And so I don't know what is exactly that page. I can't remember where is that page, but I use one of those to do this one. So I did this one. I think it was like, it was like a girl like doing this to the other one, and that looks fun. What if it's like a doll, and then my mind start like going? Same with this, and then I'm gonna sketch that. I think it's the girl like eating like this. But I was warming up, like. I'm gonna take this and then make it like a cat, and then I thought like instead of that a cookie is an orange, so we have like a nice slice of orange here, and it's a good way to practice hands, and then in the mouth, this is supposed to be like an orange, but it's probably not the best way. It's hard to do that, but that mouth like that, and maybe eating something extra there, like juicy, right? So that's like taking a photo and then adding something extra to that. Even the eye, very intense eye. And so this is a good way, if you have reference like books and stuff. Like this stuff, you're not gonna find this on Pinterest. This is not gonna be on Pinterest. This is like a book that you have. So if you find it somewhere, Nogi Satsu Volume 1, maybe there are more. I'm probably gonna go to eBay to see if there are more of these. But this stuff was like on discount and in a I was like, when I found this, I was like, oh my god, this book is awesome. I want it. But yeah. Anyway, guys, come back to the chat and say goodnight to me, because it's time to fall asleep. It's time to go to sleep. It's time to say goodnight and go to sleep, because tomorrow I gotta draw some more. Na, 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 na. So yeah, these are the bunnies that we drew today, that we like completed. My friend, she will love these once I done and scan them tomorrow, post it online. I put this online, and yeah, that's all we did today. I think that was good. So I'll say again, thank you so much for being part of the stream. It was a lot of fun. Good to see some familiar faces. Thank you for being part of the stream, being part of it. I'm really happy to have you guys here. This is one of the sketches of Miruko. I have it here hanging. So I figured out that I didn't have enough space, so I did it all over again. So I just want to say thank you so much. I'm going to make this big here. Yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for being part of the stream, for spending time with me while I'm doing these drawings. It's good to share this time with you guys. Hope my rants were fine. Glad to spend time with you. Probably would like to do this more often. I need to do this more often. You know, I like this personal space that we have here. It's kind of cool. It's not like overproduced. It's just me with a camera, just drawing my things. I think that's kind of nice. So many things are like too many sounds and interfaces and shit going around. I'm like, keep it simple. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for being part of it. Thank you for supporting the work. Make sure to like, share. Share the work, and thank you for being there and for coming back. And if you are drawing or painting today, King Painting wish you the best luck, the best energy for your drawings that become reality and they're kick-ass, and then you have a nice productive day and you kick ass during your day or during your sleep, because I'm gonna kick ass during my sleep. Alright. So alright, thank you guys. Arigatou gozaimashita. Mata ashita.